Well, Nyrene, Eternal 68 this weekend,
Yes.
taking on a fun challenge, I think, and someone who's been touted as possibly the best strawweight coming out of Australia at the moment. First of all, what do you make of that challenge?
I feel like my entire professional career has just been constantly taking on really challenging fights, and so this is no different for me. Obviously, I look at someone like Jacinta and I see that she's strong, she's undefeated, she's going to be coming in with a lot of confidence. So I welcome it, man. Honestly, like, I feel like with fighting, if you're not taking fights that are challenging you, forcing you to kind of really push yourself through camps, there's no point, you know? Like, you need, for me in particular, like, I thrive in having fights that really challenge me, and fights that really want me to be better and push harder, because there's a lot of people that protect records in the sport, and for me, I guess I'm just always looking to become better and take on challenging hard fights, and this is what she's going to bring for sure.
She's been a little bit more active than you. I think she fought earlier in the year on Eternal and had a kickboxing fight in between these. You've been obviously trapped here for a little while, so a little bit tougher to find fights. How are you feeling? How is everything?
Yeah, great. Honestly, I think I needed it. I think this long layoff, obviously it wasn't planned, but it's given me like a really good time, like a good length of time to absorb everything that CKB offers. I came from a very different environment, different gym. I came here, and the 2 years has just given me like a really good time to just come into my own a little bit and really come under the learnings that CKB offers. It's given me time to settle, to really feel like part of the gym. So I think it's been a blessing. I think any earlier it wouldn't have really given me the time to just find my flow a little bit, and I feel like I'm in my flow state now. I feel like I've had a long enough time to really take on all of the coaches' teachings and implement it into my game. So I'm excited. I'm really, really excited. So I know that she's been really active, and she fought over in Japan and stuff. So again, she's coming in with, that as well. But I think that mentally it's going to come down to who wants it more, and I want it bad.
I guess, like you say, like you've had a little bit more time to work with the coaches when you did come back here, kind of the start of COVID. Was it always the plan to stay here, or was that just something that happened because if you left again, you might not have been able to get back for a little while?
Yeah, absolutely. When I came home, I knew it was going to be here for a little while. Obviously, I'm at the best gym in the world, and so I knew that this is where I needed to be. I feel like obviously, like with actually getting fights, it's tough being based in New Zealand because we are so far, and promoters do see it as like an extra kind of thing to bring you over. So that's why it's tough for me to find fights being based here. But I think in terms of like my development as a fighter, I'm under the best instruction in the entire world, and I'm surrounded by the best teammates that I could possibly ask for. And I'm very, very grateful. Very grateful. I think there's always going to be opportunity for me to go overseas, like I did earlier this year. I spent 3 months in the States training, and I saw how easy it is to pick up fights while I was there. I just couldn't do that this last time around, but it's always there. But for now, I think I was very happy to just base myself here and just settle myself a bit.
When you say you saw how easy it was to pick up fights, like, do you have examples of sort of what you're talking about there?
Well, basically I was there for like maybe 3 weeks, and I had fight opportunities coming at me, promoters kind of getting in touch, asking what my plans were, obviously because I'm quite well connected to different people over there, so I know more people than I think I realized, and that was due to my time being overseas. When you spend time overseas, obviously you're networking, you're meeting different people, and I'm very, very lucky in the way that I've done it. I just happened to have created this entire sub network that you don't really realize you've created until, while I was over there, it was wild. I was getting fight opportunities, but obviously I just couldn't take it at the time because I got injured while I was over there. So kind of, yeah.
What did you injure and how is it now?
I just injured my knee. It wasn't anything serious. It was enough to not let me take fights at the time. And plus my primary focus was to go over there for the experience of it all. And I was lucky enough to see 2 live UFC events, spend time with my team overseas who looked after me very, very well. I saw my sister who I hadn't seen in a long time. And the States is wild. I love it. I want to go back.
I love the States.
Yeah.
I love the States. Maybe not to live there,
No.
maybe, but visiting it's awesome. You mentioned visiting your sister. I think last time we talked to you on the show was probably just before you went over for that trip. I know that was a bit of a surprise for her.
Yeah.
Just how was that whole thing over
Yeah.
there in Orlando?
Yeah, it was cool. So obviously my sister's based in Orlando. I'd been kind of planning this surprise trip for a few months, and it was awesome. It kind of all worked out. She got surprised. I was like, there was a moment where I was fumbling around with the camera, almost missed the entire thing, but it was awesome to see her. I think before that it had been like 2.5, 3 years since I'd seen her, so it was cool to spend some time with her, some real good time, and she loves what she's doing over there, so yeah.
And I saw there was a very cute dog hanging around.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, her dog is an incredible Isis puppy. It's and I think people that have dogs or have spent time with dogs just really understand how important it is to have animals around, like especially like, rescues. I don't know, I love it. They bring a different energy, and just having animals, it just calms me.
Back to the fight this weekend.
Yes.
You're one of 4 City Kickboxing athletes on the card. How has it been these last couple of weeks? Obviously you got Tyson Pedro also fighting this weekend on the UFC, all sort of ramping up at the same time, and for you, I assume we'll be traveling over together and making it a big old trip for the 4 of you.
Yeah, it is. The 4 of us will be going. Well, actually, Mizuho is already there. He left a little bit earlier in the camp. But yeah, myself, Mizu, John Vaki, and James Vaki will be going over. So we all leave on Thursday. The 3 of us leave on Thursday. We'll be going over, and it's just cool, man. Like, traveling with a team and having teammates on the same card is a different experience. I'm so used to just being the only one, and you get it done, but just having a team environment just gives you that little bit of extra push through camp, and that little bit of extra support while you're over there. It makes the trip just a little bit more fun, and this is what it's about. We love what we do, we train hard, and it's incredible. Like, not a lot of people have the luxury of having a big gym with teammates that they can fly over and have surrounding you and supporting you. So I'm very lucky, and the team that we've got going over there is strong. So I couldn't ask for a better kind of environment, I guess.
How exciting is it for you to actually have an MMA fight booked as opposed to having to rely on just the kickboxing?
Yeah. Oh, it's great. I think I had focused on kickboxing for so long, and then obviously when being back here in New Zealand, it's tough to get MMA fights, and there's almost no chance for me to get an MMA fight here. So being able to pick an MMA fight up professionally on an incredible promotion like Eternal is great. I love the fact that I can pick up really good fights while I'm still based here. I am very excited because obviously changing from focusing on just the stand-up into MMA over the last few years for me has been an incredible journey, because you learn how to really mix things up and flow. And for me, I feel like my strength is really in MMA. I feel like my build, my size, my strength really gets utilized a lot more than I ever did with kickboxing. And although I was, it's awesome that, and I'm lucky that I had the stand-up background that I do, because I feel like my striking is very, very sharp. Being able to really wrestle this camp is and grow my confidence with wrestling has been incredible. I'm surrounded by like I said, surrounded by the best coaches. I got, Andre, we had Frank Hickman come through and spend time with us for a little while there, and just picking up all these amazing, incredible things to help my wrestling game, I think will benefit me a lot. So
both yourself and Jacinta are both very much from a striking background.
Yes.
You're both very, very strong in that aspect. Where are the differences in this fight? Like, what's going to win this fight?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's a great question. I guess it'll just be who's able to mix it up more, or who's able to capitalize on the moment more. I know that kind of your question's more referring to the technical gameplay, but I really feel like the mental will be the biggest thing. I think with me, I felt like there was a bit of a shift mentally, and so yeah, I really have honed in on my mental game for this camp, and I want it, and I know she wants it too. It'll just be that is what I feel will differentiate the game, the fight, and will kind of dictate the fight. I really, really believe it, because like you said, we're very close in skill level. Her striking is super sharp as well. Obviously she just came off that fight in Japan, so her striking's there, but yeah, I really feel it's the mental that'll differentiate the fight.
Sweet, we'll leave it at that, and hope all goes well on Saturday night.
Yes,
Saturday night.
yes, thank you very much, Chris.